and welcome back to my channel. I am the Sinister one. It's been a long time since I've done a video or an update, and a couple months. But December 2015, of course, was a busy month. The holidays, Christmas, didn't pick up a whole lot. And then January I was pretty busy, so starting out the new year, I did pick up some films, so I combined both the months to make a decent update so I could show off some of the stuff that I got between the 2 months. And hopefully everyone had a good Christmas, a Happy New Year. Today is February 16th. I picked up a lot of films for the month of February, so that update will be pretty good. And here we go. We'll go right into this update that I got going on here. And shortly, soon after this film, I will be doing the prize contest giveaway. Sorry it's taken me so long. I've waited for more people to enter, but nobody else has entered. So for those of you who have entered my contest, thanks for waiting. I appreciate your patience, and thanks for all the shout outs. You guys are great. So here we go. Here I have 2 bootlegs that I picked up. I didn't know they were bootlegs. Picked them up cheap, but I will be picking up the legit copies because, I'm a collector and I don't do the whole bootleg thing. So 100 Tears Director's Cut. I had no idea that they were going to end up like this, so that was kind of disappointing. This movie goes for some good money. That's why I thought it was cheap and a good deal, so I went with this. Umberto Lenzi's Eaten Alive Shriek Show edition. But I do have the legitimate copy, and it should be in the mail today when I go check it, so I'm happy about that. Alright, 2 bootlegs. Here we have some Christmas gifts from my wife, Yakuza Apocalypse. Takashi Miike, if you know who Takashi Miike is, you love his films, you really enjoy this film. Love his filmmaking. He's very, different, very weird, but this one was pretty good. It had some action in it. It was pretty comical. You can't take it serious, so Yakuza Apocalypse. Another gift from my wife for Christmas, Killer Yacht Party. It's a trauma film. Of course I collect trauma. I love trauma. Of course it's a terrible film, very poor acting, but there's a killer on the yacht. You don't know who it is. Kind of drags out for a little while, but it's trauma. Another film from my wife. She got me on Christmas. Stung IFC film. It's a new modern horror genre film, and it's a good film. Lance Hendrickson, Clifton Collins Jr. If you haven't seen this film, check it out. It's pretty good. Another film I picked up, Damn. It's a French-Romanian film by IFC. Or no, excuse me, Dark Sky Films. Really enjoyed this film. It's a home invasion. It's different, pretty good stuff. Here we have an Adam Green film, Frozen. Kind of like a psychological, confined horror film. It's pretty good stuff right here, good effects. So if you haven't seen Frozen, check it out. So now passed on, I picked up this double feature of Poltergeist 2 and 3. MGM double features, so I watched them recently while I was on my Christmas holiday break. Really enjoy these films. Here we have a Desert Island Classics film, Demented. It was on my 1980s list. You know, these are pretty bad transfers, but this is the only way I could find a copy of this film, Demented. You know, it was terrible acting, but it's kind of like a rape, sort of like a rape revenge film, I guess. You know, it's a pretty dark film. Hopefully they do a upgrade Blu-ray or something and, you know, enhance the picture. But a lot of off-screen kills. Wasn't the greatest, but you know, it was still very good for my collection. We have the classic King Kong film, Dollar General pickup. Just watched it again, and they did a great job with this film for the time. You know, the effects were just amazing. Probably one of the best horror films of, you know, the time, and it's up there in the top 5, you know, if not number 1. Here we have a pickup. Got it at my record store. It's the 2-disc unrated extended cut of Underworld. So we all know Underworld. Thought it was pretty good. Deep Blue Sea. Picked this one up at Savers. Pretty cheap. Thomas James, Samuel L. Jackson, LL Cool J. For the times back in the 90s, this is a good film. Dollar General pickup, Hallowed Ground. It's like a scarecrow type of film. Haven't seen it yet. Here we have I picked up the uncut version of Don't Answer the Phone. I have yet to see this film yet, but I'll probably be watching it today. This one was on my 1980s list as well. He Knows You're Alone. Tom Hanks makes his movie debut in this film. This was a good film right here. A little good slasher film. But they ripped off so much scenes from Halloween and put it in this film. I thought that was pretty interesting. It's a good little one to have. Very underrated. Not many people talk about this film, so if you haven't seen He Knows You're Alone, check it out. Here's a film my mother gave to me, Krampus. Great cover art. The movie is all over the place. It's very low budget. It's very terrible acting. You know, the plot is, bounces just from here to there. But, you know, it's a great piece to have in my collection. If you are into, you know, scary movies and you like collecting, maybe you probably want to pick this one up, but, you know, don't expect really anything from this film. So, like I said, heed my warning, good cover art, but the film itself, you know, it makes Troma look good. I'll just say that. And then we have I Spit on Your Grave 2. I got it with the slipcover. Completes my I Spit on Your Grave collection. So I have the original, and then the remake, and then the second, of course, and then the third. So really happy to find it with the slipcover. Here's a film that I've seen on a lot of people's channels. It was recommended to me by one of my contest entries. You and Your Horror Movies. He recommended this. I've seen a review on Mood's channel. Finally picked it up, and I have to say, you know, this is a good film. Very, very good. It has Tasmanian devil, has the killer creature, but it kind of reminds me of the Creep Show, the Crate episode, and I think that's kind of what they're trying to hint here, but I'm not too sure. But anyways, it's a good film, pretty bloody. Picked this one up at FYE in El Paso. Dolly Dearest, you know, killer doll. Very eerie and scary at the same time. I remember this on VHS back in the 90s in middle school, watching it and creeping me out. So watched it on my holiday break, and yeah, it still creeps me out. Dolly Dearest. Here we have a Dimension Extreme film. The Killing Gene. Stars Tom Hardy in it. Pretty good film. I really enjoyed this one. Kind of like a little bit of a rip-off from Saw, but you know, it has its own little element in here, so it's a pretty good film. We have a 1980s film, Vamp, starring Grace Jones. If you haven't seen this film, pick it up. Excuse me. I caught a little bit of a cold. Another Christmas gift from my wife called Spider Hole from IFC. This one's confined in a house, and these two couple go in, kind of camp out, and of course there's the killer amongst them, picking them off one by one. Go figure. Good film. We have another Dollar General pickup, sci-fi film, Scarecrow. Haven't seen it yet. I have another Christmas gift from my wife, Killer Workouts. When they made this film in the warehouse, the master was burnt in a fire, so it was like a VHS transfer. So it's a terrible transfer. But, you know, with these type of films, I kind of like the grindhouse feel, the gringiness. You know, it kind of completes the film. It makes it very unique, and you know, it's a slasher film. And I really enjoyed this movie. You know, the soundtrack was awesome, as well as the acting. It was phenomenal. Here we have another film from my 1980s list. Don't Go in the Woods Alone. Code Red release, picked it up on eBay with two other films for $16.99, so I couldn't, you know, that deal was pretty good. I couldn't beat that deal, so I had to pick it up. I mean, it was on my list. Got the DVD copy. This was a really good film. I mean, low budget, but they put a lot of heart into this film, and it has all the stereotypes and a slasher film, you know, and of course this maniac picks them off one by one, so it's pretty good. And it also came with these Camp Motion Picture films, Splatter Farm. Of course I have the Basement box set, and if it's anything like that, you know, they're pretty graphic, pretty B. And Vampire's Embrace, Two Dead Eyes. So, now some of the effects in here are good, the acting's terrible. It's what you get when you dip into the B's. Here we have the Abdominal Dr. Phibes standalone edition for the Midnight Movies. I was disappointed because it came with this annoying sticker. I've been collecting these, so I'll probably just get another copy that doesn't have this sticker and give this one away probably. And I accidentally bought this one, The Possession, again, but I paid good money. It's unopened Anchor Bay release, so I got this one going for sale. Here we have a thrift store pickup of Lady in White. It's a pretty good film. I remember seeing this when I was very young, and finally got this copy because it's kind of like out of print, you know, kind of hard to find, but if you can get your hands on it, you know, pick it up. It's a pretty good film. And when I was at FYE, I got another edition of Return of the Living Dead, my favorite zombie film of all time. It's a collector's edition, but it has the Halloween artwork on it, so you know, I picked it up, why not? And to complete my Masters of Horror collection, the V Word. It's a vampire episode starring Michael Ironside as a vampire. Very good, creepy film. Sounds like this was a very underrated episode. Pretty good. Dream Cruise, another good episode. Very creepy. And Right to Die. I really like this film. Now here we go with some non-horror that I picked up. You know, everyone was telling me, you know, you need to get your hands on Interstellar and watch it, and I picked it up. Really good film. And I got a special edition of Fight Club, so everyone knows this film. Documentary, Electric Boogaloo, of the Ken films that we grew up, watched, loved. This is a funny documentary, very good. If you haven't seen this, pick it up, watch it. And Martin Scorsese's Mean Streets, good gangster film. And Stargate, just an upgrade from VHS. Everyone's seen this film. Really enjoy this film. And here we have Blu-ray. However you want to pronounce this, Ex Machina, Ex Machina. Really good Blu-ray about artificial intelligence. And of course, the Return of the Living Dead Blu-ray. Here we have some VHS tapes that I picked up. Resurrection, starring Christopher Lambert. Heard it was a really good film. Millennium, pretty good sci-fi film. The First Power, I remember this film when I was a kid. It used to creep me out. I have to upgrade this to DVD, but Lou Diamond Phillips and Jeff Kober as the Pentagram Killer. Really good film. If you haven't seen this, get it, put it in your collection. And The Curse of King Tut's Tomb from 1980s. I've had a lot of trouble because I tried to get this on DVD. Of course, bought a Reason 2 copy. Amazon refunded my money and could never find another DVD. So then I went and bought a VHS on Amazon. They said they shipped it to me, then they refunded my money. So finally I picked it up on VHS through eBay. This was a tough one to find. So I need to watch it. I haven't seen it yet. So I deserve to watch it because I went through all that trouble trying to obtain this film. And then here we got a Christmas gift from my wife. Finally obtained Violent Shit. Another tough one. Box set. It's a German low-budget slasher film. So I got 57 out of 999. So it's pretty good. And I got a book here. Do something different. I just finished Yokovic's Horror Miscellany. It's got everything on trilogy, history, films, novels. It's 93 pages, so you can skim through this pretty quick. I mean, it caught my attention, and as soon as I picked it up at Barnes & Noble, I couldn't put it down. So very good book to have in your collection. And then I picked up a card game, Maniac. You Are the Maniac. It's a good little game. If you can pick this one up, if you're into the slasher films and horror films, you would love this game. I played this with my son and he absolutely loved it. Comes with cards, great artwork on it. There is a review on YouTube, but I'll probably do my own because it was kind of like a little bit of an unboxing, but wasn't the greatest. But Maniac, the card game. And thanks. That'll be the review for December 2015 and January. Stay tuned for my next updates and my reviews that I'll be doing, and the Sinister one. Thank you for watching.